Chelsea captain and right back Reece James has picked up yet another injury. So in this video we shall discuss his injury history, the most recent injury that he picked up against Everton, and also what this could mean for him as surgery or non-surgery is in the picture. Let's get straight down into it, so sit back, relax and get comfortable. Alright, so welcome back to another video, welcome back to Chelsea Sessions, and I am your host Tyrone. Now, this is a video that is very unfortunate when I look at it from a fan perspective, because it's one where we have to be discussing our captain Reece James and also one of our academy graduates, picking up these injuries and what it could mean for his career. Now, Matt Law, as you'll see on the screen as I read the report that he would have made on X, Twitter formerly, and he would have said that Chelsea are waiting on more assessments on Reece James's injury today. Pochettino had indicated that a decision will be taken on Monday, but appears to have been delayed, pushed back. So unfortunately, we would have seen and heard that Reece James has had to get more assessments on his injury, because obviously the plan is, if he cannot get the injury, if he shouldn't get the injury rather, then they have enough opinions on it. They have looked at it throughout as much assessment that is necessary. So as a result, we know that the team, or obviously and the club, would not want to let him have surgery unless it's not the ideal option to do. And I'm going to be discussing, and I'll give you my opinion later on in this video, on if I think you should get the surgery, not injury. And as a result, we shall see what happens in that area, and we'll see what happens when it comes on to that aspect. Now, for me, I think the most important thing to remember is that the issue with James is that he has not only had hamstring injuries. The most recent injury has been a hamstring injury that he picked up against Everton, but it hasn't been the only injury he's picked up. He's picked up other knee injuries, he's picked up ankle injuries in the past, and I'll show you on the screen a list of the injuries he's had over the 4 seasons that he has played for Chelsea. And it really is unfortunate. He's missed approximately 63 games, and you'll see at the top that he's likely to miss 76 games based on how long he would be out for, depending on how much months he's going to be out for. So that in a result requires him to be probably over 13 matches, perhaps. Hopefully it could be more if he gets that surgery. But yeah, it looks very unfortunate. He's missed 63 games for Chelsea through injuries for the past 3.5 seasons, almost 4 seasons when the end of this season comes. But it really is unfortunate. It really sucks. It's heartbreaking to think about as well, because and this is one thing that I think people should understand. The situation with him is that people will say, get the surgery, get the surgery, get the surgery, and in all honesty, I can agree, get the surgery. And this is why I'm going to say this, because I know some people may say, why get the surgery when he could get more injuries after that? And hamstring injuries are not ones where even if you get the surgery, they go away. And I can understand that point. And another report that I'll show you on the screen right now is the fact that the Standard would have come out and said that the situation with Reece James is the fact that he has had these injuries in both legs. So if it's not the left, it's the right. And that is one that has concerned me quite a lot, because I'm saying that is a situation where it may affect his potential. His potential career, it could be affected. It could be hampered by these injuries, because if he gets the surgery, yes, you're going to have to be hoping and you're going to have to be praying that this surgery helps the situation in terms of hamstring injuries. But we've obviously seen over the few seasons that he has played for Chelsea that these injuries pop up every season. If more than once in one season. This is potentially the third time or second time where he's picked up a hamstring injury in the first season that he has been, made the captain of the team. So it really is unfortunate. It really is. And Reece James is a player that I know a lot of fans will be hoping that this can be resolved completely, because we don't want to keep seeing our captain or academy graduate or youngster. Well, he's not really a youngster anymore because he's 24, or you get my point. He's essentially one of those players that you look to see. You've seen him come from the academy, scoring that goal against Ajax. There's a lot of sentimental values behind it. When you look at the fact that are behind it, you have to look at that. You have to accept that, he has had these injuries, and we have to accept that he's injury prone. But another thing that is really unfortunate is that these injuries, when you have them in both legs, it can really, really cause you to have to consider your career. You either can retire. Some players may opt to do that. Obviously, it's probably not one where he wants to do that because he wants to win something, hopefully, with the England squad. Obviously, he wants to go to the Euro, so perhaps that is one reason why he may not want to do it. And if he has to avoid surgery, he will do it, because if that's the best decision, if the assessment says that don't get the surgery because even if you fix this, you're gonna also have these muscles in your body that's gonna have these issues, or etc. So we have to understand that as well. But I would say that he should get the surgery and see what happens, because if it can be rectified with the surgery, get the surgery. Don't think twice about it. And I don't think it's a case where if they recommend him getting surgery, he would say no, I'm not going to get the surgery because I don't want to miss the Euros, I don't want to be out for such time, or I don't want to be out because I can't be selected, I can't be analyzed or assessed by the England coach Southgate at this moment. So we have to understand that he is a player that he really wants to have a great season, and he wants to have a good ending to the season, and he also wants to have a good career. But this injury is one that can be concerning, because we know that, and if anybody knows this, I should say, rather than we know this, if you have a understanding of the anatomy of the body, if you understand how the injuries work in terms of hamstring injuries, you know that the hamstring is a muscle in the body that deals with the knee bending and allowing the knee to bend, and also helping with flexibility in terms of that movement of the knee when you're running or sprinting. And those are the reasons why injuries pop up when you're sprinting, when you have to aggravate that. Well, I know you probably shouldn't use aggravate, but when you add a lot of pressure onto your foot, your leg, or your knee, it tends to happen like that, because you have a lot of activity happening. There's a lot of vigorous activity happening in that area of your body. You have to be jumping, you have to be sprinting up the pitch, down the pitch. And some people may say that James is not one of the most mobile players. He doesn't run up and down the pitch. But when you have to keep doing crosses, getting the ball in, controlling the ball, twisting and turning, those things are aggravating your muscles, and that can cause your tendons in your body to be affected and everything. So we have to understand that people may say he's getting injured. No, why is this? And I have to say this. After this situation, and I'm going to go on the side that says let him get the surgery, let him opt to do what needs to be done, and that is to get the surgery. If the assessment says to get the surgery, I will say get the surgery. I know people say that even if he gets the surgery, if he's in both legs, then what's going to happen? I would say get the surgery, hope for the best. If it doesn't go, then you address it. You address something, because I know even if he fixed the hamstring injury, you could still get an ankle injury, you can get a bad tackle. Those things happen, and that's just the life of footballers. They tend to have these situations where they can be prone to injury. And James is injury prone, as I would have said earlier in this video. The injury history for him is one that is crazy. From the 2019-20 season, he has had injury issues. He's had fitness issues as well. He had an ankle injury, I believe, in the 21-22 season. If I'm wrong, you can see on the screen yet again. I'll show it again. His situation with the injury history, and you'll see what has happened for him over the past seasons. So it really is unfortunate, him picking up a hamstring injury earlier in September, and now picking up another one, for I think the third time of the season. It's very, very, very heartbreaking. It's really gutting, because I really pray for the best for him. I hope the best for him, because he's a player that I have a lot of sentiment towards. He's one of those players left at the club that would have won the Champions League with us. And it wasn't easy. His determination, his importance throughout the campaign, his importance in that final as well when they won the Champions League is one that you cannot forget. You have to appreciate. And James is one of the best in the business when it comes on to being a quality right back. So it really is heartbreaking when you think about the fact that this injury has caused his career to be going the way that it is. And I'm really concerned, because 99% of the time when you have these situations with both legs being injured, or they're prone to getting injuries, or they kept being at risk of getting injured, it really means that your potential career can be hampered or halted, or it could be reduced to something that is average in the eyes of a professional footballer. It really is unfortunate. I'm hoping that if surgery is what the club decide to do, but I would personally say get the surgery, see what happens, see if you can address the problem entirely with the hamstring issue. Anything that comes next, you can just see what happens. He should get the surgery because I think it will let him know that he's tried everything, and whatever happens next, whatever decision needs to happen next, he would have known that he had done everything that is necessary or required to ensure that he can have a successful career without these injuries as relates to hamstring injuries. That's the end of this video. Like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed. Keep your eyes peeled for more videos in the coming weeks and coming days. Cheers.